To one and our present year, we cordially invite you to the one-day ICSSR sponsored national level seminar on recent trends in quality research publication, a roadmap for publication organized by Department of Mathematics, Session 1. Every day, a million miracles begin and sunrise. Today is another beautiful God-given day. It is much more colorful day in the history of international God. Without the will of God, nothing will take place. God is most glorified in us when we are most satisfied with Him. Let us begin this new day with a prayer. I request the audience to stand up for invocation. Come Thank you. Please, I request you all take your seats. Welcome address. Please either learn to be host to receive welcome or learn to be guest to receive welcome. Now I call upon our head of the department, Mr. C. Kamasamy sir, gives welcome address and to introduce our chief guest.
அருளை பெருக்கி அறிவை திருத்தி மருளை அகற்றி மதிக்கும் தெருளை அருந்துவதும் ஆவிக்கு அருந்துணையாய் இன்பம் பொருந்துவதும் கல்வி என்றே பொருள். அதாவது அறிவினை பெருக்கி அறிவை சீராக்கி மயக்கம் அகற்றி அறிவுக்கு தெளிவு தந்து உயிருக்கு அரிய துணையாய் இன்பம் சேர்வது கல்வியே ஆகும். எனவே அதை போற்றி கற்க வேண்டும் என்ற மரத்தமிழ் சிந்தனையோடு என் உரையை துவங்குகிறேன். Very good morning, Madam Prasandia. Today is another important day to Tiruthangal Nadar College as well as the Department of Management. Because we are here to participate in Indian Council of Social Science Research (ICSSR) and Ministry of Human Resource Development (MHRD) sponsored national level seminar on recent trend in quality research publication, a roadmap for publication. First of all, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. M. Vasan sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, National College, Tiruchirappalli. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome our Secretary and Correspondent to MG Sellapadan sir. I would like to welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. S. Vidya ma'am. I would like to welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. K. C. Lalita ma'am and Dr. Asif Ali sir. Welcome ma'am. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome the heads of various departments, learned faculty, research scholar, the faculty of the outside colleges, and my dear students. Once again, I welcome you all to this great gathering. Now, I move to the introduction part of our today's first session chief guest, Dr. M. Vasan, Assistant Professor of Department of Commerce, National College, Tiruchirappalli. He has more than 13 years of teaching experience and good academic records. He is a guided 5 research scholar under himself. He done a 3 funded project. He is an editor, reviewer of 15 journals. He published 9 books. He has acted as a chairperson, lecturer, delivered in 30 various institutions. He organized 22 seminars, FDPs, He presented 69 articles in various colleges and universities. He has completed 11 non-certificate courses. He is acted as a chairperson of BOS, member of BOS, and research coordinator. He is the question paper setter and evaluator of various colleges and various universities. He got ICSSR grant 2 times, Ministry of Corporate Affairs 2 times. He studied PhD and received fellowship at Periyar University, Salem. He attended international conference at Sri Lanka. He got 8 awards like Best Faculty, Bharat Jyoti, Best Teacher, Best Researcher, Best Citizen, Best Research Supervisor, Glory of India, and Best Research Paper Award. So, yes, we are the best person to share these valuable thoughts and this session. I welcome you, sir, once again. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to honor our chief guest. I request our Vice Principal, Dr. S. Asik Officer, to honor the chief guest with star. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Vice Principal, Dr. K.C. Ladika to honor the chief guest memento. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I hand over the session to our chief guest, address on overview of research publication, Dr. F. Parsons, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, National College, Tiruchirappalli.
Management, principal, department, and my fellow faculty members for giving this nice opportunity. I know organizing this program is a great Himalayan task because all the faculty members are coordinated well in this way. So for I thank Kudimani sir and Harigaran for their hospitality and the vice principal madam and the principal of this institution, Sri madam, and other fellow faculty members. I extend my thanks to other faculty members. I think so mostly UG level students are sitting, but previously, 10 years back, we think our whole project is meant for only research, is meant only for PG level and MPhil PhD level. Now that scenario has changed. Our new education policy has insisted do research from the undergraduate level. So you are also relevant to this topic because in India we are doing research work in virtual way at UG level, PG level. Because we are applying the concept, we have studied the certain things at our UG level, PG level, we are applying that same concept in our project work. But in foreign universities are not doing like that. They are requesting, insist the students to do research. They are providing 1 year time for doing research work. Nowadays, suppose we are PG, we want to do 2 years PG program, we want to study the same things what we have read in our UG level. Again, we going to get another degree, just replacing 1 or 2 words. That is called, suppose you have completed BCom, just replacing that degree, and we go instead of that add 1 letter, is M. MCom. But doing bachelor's and master's in foreign universities, particularly European nations, that is not their easiest job. They are giving 1 year time, but we want to complete one report. That report is more than that of our PhD standard. Just I gone through more than 50 to 60 master's thesis course because they are using master's thesis, not project. But that work is really genuine. They are also checking plagiarism. They are applying so many sophisticated statistical tools. But they are also applying mathematical tools. They are very comfortable with mathematical tools because our system is entirely different. Because we are doing everything for outsourcing and they are collective. We are doing some compiling works. That part is I'm not going to talk because that is a research ethics. That is an entirely different topic. Today my topic is how to write a research paper. My first one, why as a teacher, as a researcher, why we want to publish? Because we're going to share our ideas, views, our creativity with others. That's all. Just I will complete within 45 minutes because minimum 2 hours needed for this presentation, but I will complete within short stint. How to find industry journal? Next, writing research paper for high industry journal. This is my today's agenda, but I complete within short stint. Next. As a professor, as a teacher, as a scholar, we should publish. Why? Because as a teacher, there is just like the two eyes. One side research, another side teaching. Because ancient days, traditional teachers should teach. Teacher duty is providing subject to students. That is the end. Nowadays, that perspective is changed. As a teacher, we want to do research because not only for that is a win-win situation. That is, we are enlightening ourselves, we are also contributing directly to our institution itself. Not only that, we are getting some brand image. But nowadays, that brand concept is playing on only, but as an individual also, we need branding. As a teacher, we want to create brand image because so, education after 10 years, 2030 or 2040, entire education process become privatized. No government institution, no government universities. All of them going to take over by the private universities, Oxford University come to India, Massachusetts University of Massachusetts. These kind of elite universities maybe come to our India. Automatically, as a teacher, we have brand image, we can survive. So as a teacher, we want to survive in this teaching profession. We want to do. As a researcher, we want to do something innovative that will create some employable opportunity in externally and to extend our career as much as long possible. Because IT industry people are also not only IT industry people facing struggle. It's passing 40, they are losing their job. Not only it's applicable to our teaching profession also. That scenario is changing because mostly students are sitting, so I can't go detailedly. Next, how to find industry journal? Nowadays, no journal appointing marketing agents. We are finding people in what way get quick publication. I am sending paper. I want to get my paper got published within 10 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. No journal doing like that. All of them taking minimum 1 year time. Minimum initial screening itself they are taking minimum 3 months after 90 days. Some journals are taking 15 to 20 days for disk screening. But after first review, second review process is over, we will get paper. End of second year and third year only our paper will publish. Next, these are some career plans. Yes. Top publishers, but all of them charging exorbitantly. $300 for $3,000, $4,000. But Emerald Springer, John Bailey, Taylor Francis Sage, and the Science Sindami, Emerald, these are leading publishers. N number of journals, more than 1,000 of journals are relating to our social science. Commercial management people can publish these leading publishers. But without paying any money. They are charging this money for downloading charges. Another one for ABC. But we can apply, we can send our paper in subscription mode. No need to pay single paise Our paper is quality, they will consider for publication, but we want to pass so many stages. First, desk screening. Office bearers itself reject our paper. Next, move on to next assigned editor. Next, editor may reject that paper. Suppose we clear the editors. Suppose we impress the editor, that paper goes to unknown reviewers. Maximum 3 to 4 reviewers are jointly reviewing the paper. All the reviewers reports are consolidated, but one of my paper got 3 positive reports. Unknown persons, but edit rejected my paper. All of them given positive report. I sent. I got received positive reports, but editor not impressed. That is a he mentioned paper is quality, everything is okay, but we are not interested to publish this paper. Sorry, we can't ask. They denied that's all because our journal, our dimension is changed. Because 2 years, 3 years back, we received this paper, evaluation is over, but not up to the, this paper is not up to current, so we denied. It is a one better experience, it's a quite natural thing. But we want to console ourselves, we are trying, we got positive results, we are impressing one editor, leading journals editor, suppose we are sending paper from India, most of them treating in stepmother approach because our language is not good. Our concept is entirely age-old topics. Still, we are strict on financial performance, customer satisfaction, these kind of topics that we are within few topics only we are doing, but we are much more importance given to analysis part. We are interested to do some sophisticated statistical tools. No need to apply any sophisticated statistical tools, simply apply regression, correlation, that is more enough. But conceptual wise, innovation, creativity, that is the main thing for publishing our paper. Tool is there, just analysis and discussion for only 2 or 3 pages they are getting, but they are much more important to critical review. More than they are getting 100 plus reviews, 200 reviews. All reviews are taken from renowned journals only. Next. IG Global, Springer Open, and 20 the Kintavi both are golden open access categories. We want to pay 100%. We want to pay money around $1,000 to $3,000 depends upon journal. But Springer, Elsevier, they are publishing in both modes. One either open access or subscription mode. Another one name is the hybrid journal. Hybrid means they are publishing both categories, either subscription or open access. Another journal category is that is transformative journal. Transformative means they are going to very soon in under open access category. Nowadays, the recent days only they are going to accept subscription based. That is some transformative journals also there. Next. Database for journal quality check. Scopus, Scientific, Web of Science, ABDC listed journal. But our UGC will accept and the university will accept only Scopus and Web of Science only. ABDC not considered for UGC submission and promotion of these things. Next. Journal indexing and ranking. Simon ranking, we are using Q1 journal, Q2 journal, Q3 journal. According to Simon, just these are Q1, Q2 are top category, 3 and 4 are lower type journals. These journals which are indexed in Scopus, that journals also indexed in Web of Science. Web of Science also some classification. Sci index, SSI index, Social Science Citation Index, ESI, Emerging Science, Emerging Citation Index, these are there, but ESI is not accepted for and accepted for promotion and CAS purposes. But SSI is a valid one. So we are doing one PhD, we are publishing one paper SSI, both are equal. Because we want to take much more pain, much more effort to publish one paper in SSI indexed journal. Just to keep that link. Link in
HTTP அந்த browser link.
We want to find top journals in our domain, either marketing, either management or commerce. We have certain specialization, marketing, HR, finance, lot of classifications there. Just you go to sign up your site. Sign up your right, sign up your just journal ranking. Our very first channel in this Academy of Management Journals. That is the topmost journal in management domain. As a researcher, we want to follow these kind of top 10 journals. Then only we can update ourselves what trend is going on. These journals are published by the developed nations. Developing nations are publishing these kind of journals. Most of the professors from ancient universities and topmost university people are writing papers to this category journals. We can update ourselves and we can know what is current trend is going on. Just go to that side of the site, that is a screenshot. That first, which is the topmost journal. Academy of Analysis, next Journal of Finance, Review of Financial Studies. These are top 7 journals. You see, that is USA and UK. These journals are native areas. Next one. This SciMago is the sister concern of Scopus. Scopus published by Science Direct. You can find in Science Direct the journals which are published by Elsevier. All are come under Elsevier group. Elsevier, SciMago, SJR. These are everything is come under Elsevier group. Next. Impact factor decides for meta-analysis. Generally, suppose one journal is indexed in Scopus, that journal quality is measured using site score. This mechanism, number of citations divided by number of documents published in that particular year. It is accumulated. It is the accumulation of 5 years average. Next, I have taken one example from quality and quantity journal. It is published by Springer. This journal established in 1972, I think so. 1972 onwards, this journal is publishing. That site score is 4.6 in the year 2020. 2021 site score is 7.4. Based on number of citation and documents. In that way, we want to check that journal quality. Which journals are can be suppose 4.6 increase to 7.4. Suppose 1.6 journalist quality is going down. Next, impact factor. Next, impact factor given by Thomson and Reuters. So many impact factor agencies are there, but you usually see approved indexes Thomson and Reuters. This is given by Clarivate analysis. Clarivate, it is a Web of Science book. That only acceptable. Thomson and Reuters only acceptable. I already told science school mechanism. Next one. Next slide. Web of Science category. Science Citation Index expanded SCI. SCIE. Both the first two categories are applicable to science people. Social science and the arts and humanities emerging. The social science and arts and humanities applicable to us. In the emerging source of citation is that in future, those journals are listed in ESI category, they will move to either social science or science. Based on that journal performance, they will elevate to next level. Our UGC accepts only side index and SS index, not accepting the ESA. Next one. How to find a suitable journal? Suppose you're going to publish one paper. First of all, you have to select a journal first. Then you start to write the paper. You do research parallelly. First of all, you have to find a suitable journal, minimum 5 to 6 journal in from top publishers, because we are facing struggle. There are a lot of fabricated journals and cloned journals. Particularly, more than 70% of researchers in Asia is facing a struggle because of cloned journal, and Asian people are targeting these kind of fabricated low standard journal according to recent statistics, because our our standard and our institutions also insisting to publish 2 papers. That is the main drawback for going down. Not only that, next one, just you go to just you go to Google, just journal finder, Wiley journal finder, Elsevier plus journal finder. You will get one journal finder site. Simply copy and paste your keywords and abstract. Just you give search, automatically you will get so many journals according to your need, either subscription or with the ABC. Otherwise, you can segregate according to science scope. Next, geographical base from Asia, from European countries. Likewise, you can do some filter option is given. You can choose according to your need. You go to Wiley, Francis, Lincoln, all of them giving this journal finder option. You can select journal very easy way. After that, you have to read the papers first. What papers are published, what type of papers are continuously they are publishing. In that way, you have to do certain analysis. Then only you can find our suitable journal, because language side, concept wise, everything we have to consider before selecting a particular journal. Next one. Next, you have, suppose you are referring some suitable papers, we can't download it because we want to pay minimum $40 to $50 for downloading a particular paper, because in our country have no research infrastructure. Suppose we are going to IIMs and Indian Institute of Sciences, we can download without paying money, but we can't avail that resources because we want to pay something. I have went to IIM Bangalore. I have paid 50 rupees for each paper for downloading one paper. I have downloaded 100 papers. We want to pay more than 50,000 rupees. So that is a very drawback. It's a main issue faced by our researcher. So we have no chance to read papers from quality journals. You go to this Science site. Go to Science site, and it is an unethical website. Actually, it is banned by most of the foreign nationals, but just their motto is entirely different, like that Wikipedia. Wikipedia also they are WikiLeaks, just like you take in WikiLeaks. That just like that, they are also they are hacking from some leading universities websites and giving papers. Just to copy and paste that DY number, you will download full paper. But you can't get very recent paper. But we can download some 6 months behind or 1 year behind papers which are published in that particular journal. Just maximum you can download 80% of paper in full version. Just you copy and paste enter URL. But always DOI is advisable for opening that paper. You can download that full paper. Next, writing research paper for quality journals. Next slide. Generally, people are doing introduction, objective, significance, scope, importance, research methodology. In research methodology contains few more classification. Then only we going next statement of the product need for the study. In that way we are going. But no journals will accept this kind of paper. Their structure is entirely different, their expectation is entirely different. We have to incorporate each and all the aspects in introduction part itself. Introduction should contain problem, significance, why we are doing research, what our innovations are incorporated in our research work, our research objectives, everything should be incorporated in the introduction part itself. Next, review. We have to generally we will present review paragraph wise. We surf on that, we find some abstracts and copy and paste it and do it. We are presenting that way, but that is not a right way. We have to minimum, we have download 200 to 300 full papers. Accordingly, we have to start writing review. These are some structure of paper introduction. Next, style of writing. Each and every journal is having their own writing style. Because as a researcher, we have collected, I have gathered data. In our research work, we can't write. Our universities, our guides never accept it. But certain journals are insist to do in personal I attitude and we attitude. They are accepting. We have jointly collected data from the respondent. That way we can write. They are expecting some novelty way. Our paper writing style, just like that storytelling. That language. Suppose we are talking from one side and another side, we cannot get one sequential order. Not only that, we will face issue of plagiarism. We want to take examples and write in our own style, and then only we will get flow. Entire paper flow is in uniform way. Next, what researchers should do? First of all, as a researcher, we have to select our major area. We did research in marketing, HR, that is not an issue. But we have to, in which domain we want to travel. So, suppose most of them chosen topic according to compulsion of guide. It's quite natural. Because at the time of joining PhD, we didn't know. So we will ask some person, a friend or our senior researchers, which topic suitable, they will suggest one thing, accordingly we will do research. But after completion of research work, then only we going to enter in a research arena. That is we are doing academic research. We are not doing real research. Academic research is entirely different because it contains certain ethics. We are following certain code of conduct. Not only for getting degree, it contains certain ethical issues also there. Next. First of all, you have to choose major area. Next, find a journal. Suppose we want to publish papers in marketing, you find marketing related journals. Then go to journal site and check back valid minimum of 40 to 50 years in a particular journal. In a particular journal, we want to check back valid. No need to read all the full paper. Simply you read topics and just read abstract, that is more enough. Minimum, maximum 1 year, 2 issues and maximum 3 issues. Maximum 15 to 20 papers only published in branded journals. So maximum we are going to refer 100 journals only. Maximum 100 papers only. Next, you search current to past. You search from recent to past. Then only we can find that current trend. Previous. Identify variables not covered. All of them surfing on topic side. Suppose we have chosen one topic, we have to find construction. What are the variables are included? What are the variables are not included? That way we have to classify that papers. Because then only we can include some new variables in our research work. In that way we can differentiate. For example, we are doing research in service quality already. Service quality model is developed by Parashuram et al. They have given five areas, 5 criteria. But same 5 dimension is not enough to publish. in reputed journals. We want to include some new variables by adding or substituting the Parashuram model. Suppose we can ignore Parashuram has given 5 dimensions. We can eliminate 2 dimensions. Instead of that, we can include two new variables. In that way, we can deviate from existing studies. Not only that, we have to give theoretical and review base for substantial why we have included the 2 variables. Additionally, why we have eliminated that 2 variables of Parashuram. In that way, we have to give justification. Then only we can submit our paper. Only one thing: innovation and creativity is must. Next, compile variables, and we have to prepare a conceptual model. Then you have to compare the conceptual model with the earlier studies. Next, develop hypothesis. Based on hypothesis model, based on conceptual model, you have to develop hypothesis. This hypothesis also linked with our literature review. Next, you find for constructs. Construct means variables and questionnaire. You find questionnaire. That should be valid one. We have to find pioneer study. Who developed that particular tool? You have to find, you use that particular original tool. Next, as a researcher, don't go for consultancy for applying statistics. As a researcher, we have to learn statistics ourselves. Just we can get help and then we can get clarification from statistician or other person. But we have to learn. It is a practice. Otherwise, we get help from statistician and put his name. That is ethical. Include his name in our paper as one of the author. That is the ethical way. Next, before going to main study, you have to conduct pilot study for fine-tuning our tool. Here, tool means questionnaire or interview schedule. Next slide. It's the most of the journals are accepting papers in that format: introduction, materials and methods, results, discussion. IMRD format. They are shortly called as IMRD format: introduction, materials and methods, research, and discussion. The introduction should contain context, research gap, and aim of the study. No need to give separately our aim of the research work. No need. Next one, materials and methods. It should cover objectives. Next, what kind of materials we have used. Research design. Everything should be presented in materials and methods column. Next, results. Next, discussion. It ends with conclusion. Just you take a snapshot. Next. Always you start reverse way. Don't start from abstract. Suppose you start writing a paper, you start from reverse. First of all, you have to conduct review. Then we can identify our variables. Then we are going for field survey. We are collecting data. First, you do analysis work. After analysis work, you have to write interpretation to analysis. Then you go reverse way. Again, you fine tune your methodology, and again you go to introduction, and in that way you go reverse way. First, figuration table first, methods, research, discussion. Next stage, conclusion, introduction, abstract, and title. Finally, you have to revisit your title, because title and our research should be matched. So you follow reverse way. Next one. These are small tips. These are my personal experience. Just I am going to share with you in first way. Abstract. Abstract should stand alone. Most of them copying from some other papers. Don't do like that. Abstract is a snapshot of our glimpse of our paper. Just you get idea in what we are writing abstract, because each and every journal insisting different methods, because there are two types of abstract. In emerald journals are purpose, aim, innovation. In that way you have to present. Most of the journals are following just you can our own style. Why why we have conducted research, what is our research. Next, our social relevance. These points are enough to highlight. These points are enough in abstract. Next, keywords. Minimum we have to present 4 or 5 keywords. That is mandatory. Keywords, it's a must. Suppose somebody surfing on internet, they they can easily find our paper. Suppose you have to use right keyword. That is a good way to citation for us, because nowadays citation H index, I index a parameter to measure teachers' knowledge. But so some person get good citation, they are well versed in knowledge. We can't accept. Most of the universities are doing like that. Those who are having high level of H index, that faculty getting good salary. That kind of scenario is going on. But next, there are descriptive type and informative type. There are 2 types of abstract. Next one. Title. Always avoid technical jargons. It's not applicable to science people, it is applicable to our side. Some of them using short forms, SQL, APV. Don't use. We have to use full form in title, and minimum word count is there. Minimum 12 to 16 or 12 to 17, depends upon journal. Some of them writing paragraph like. Don't do like that. Minimum that title should speak your entire core aspect of your research work. Some of them using factor analysis approach. These are outdated. Nowadays we have to specifically say your variables. Moderating, mediating effect of service quality on loyalty and satisfaction. In that way, you have to find your title. No need to specifically, even in India, Tamil Nadu, Trichy, Chennai, no need to give. No need to specify geographical location in our paper title. Next, title should be attracting editor, not only to reader. First of all, our paper is going to editorial desk. That person, the 1 or 2 people going to read our title. Suppose the title is interesting or impressed that person, he will read abstract. Next one is important thing, cover letter. While sending a paper to some standard journals, cover letter is important. The cover letter itself, what are our innovations, what type of tools we have used, these aspects should be incorporated in our cover letter. We are generally we write, I am sending one paper, I am sending a paper title, kindly consider it. In that way we are writing, that is not advisable. Suppose we are writing a cover letter, we have to give some gist about your paper. Within 2 to 3 lines, that 2 to 3 lines should impress the editor. That is a must. Some things should be avoided. Next, format. Most of them follow PhD format. Suppose we are copying some portion of thesis and submitting for publication, that is not advisable. You have to follow guidelines of the particular journal. So, like suppose you are going for publication, you select journal, you have to write paper according to journal needs. Suppose we having idea and I have written my own style, we can't get publication. So we have idea, okay, no issue at all. That is our innovation. But you want to project in right way, that should be suit with the journal's requirements. Otherwise, our paper can't be clearly editorial code. Next, irrelevant citations. Some of them using some journals, simply copying from some other references and insert in our paper. That is a wrong thing. What papers you have used, that should be mentioned in the reference part, and that should be properly cited in within paper itself. We have to follow according to journal guidelines, IEEE format or APA format or MLA format, or which format is insisted by the particular journal. You have to follow the guidelines. To that you can use Zotario or some other softwares for citation purposes. Most of them using Mendeley. It's a very good referencing tool. Next one. Literature review. No need to compile. It's not a, most of them doing mere compilation of existing books. Don't do like that. You have to present review according to variables, according to our research hypothesis. Well, most of them, this study conducted with aim. That way, some stereotype we are following, but don't do. Just don't repeat the same studies again and again. Suppose same study conducted some other person, just you put a semicolon and add that paper name, that person's name. That is enough. We want to do variable, and with some new things should be highlighted in that review that should be matched with our research hypothesis and our research results. Next, we want to include minimum recent studies. Generally, we can take reviews from a decade. Suppose we are writing paper in 2022, we can cover up to 2012 to 2022. That's that 10 years review is enough. Not only that, suppose you're going to, first of all, you already we have selected journal, you should give some references to that particular journal, and already published some papers in that particular journal. You have to quote in your paper. That is the mandate. Minimum. Emerald and Scopus, these journals are expecting minimum 5 papers in that particular journal. Suppose you are choosing Journal of Marketing, you have to quote minimum 5 papers from the Journal of Marketing. That is the mandatory thing. Not only that, it is also one kind of business. Journal also a business. Emerald and Science Red, they are completed. Suppose you are quoting more number of papers of Emerald, they will reject. You have to give importance to all brand groups. Then only we can, suppose our paper got rejected in Emerald group, we can send that paper to LCV group. So we have to give importance to all brand journals. Next, suppose we are presenting reviews according to our need. No need to present 1930 and 40 reviews are unnecessary thing. We no need to talk about historical background. These things are not necessary. If necessary, we can give 1 or 2. In 30, this tool is developed. That tool is modified by somebody in 2015. That way you can present, but no need to entire history. Who is who? Already we have stated one. I reviewed one paper. They have written one story. Simply, they have written about Hawthorne experiments. We already studied OB. All of them studied in OB paper. They have one paragraph, Welton Mayo, and so many the electrical conductivity. Entire. This is the very first research in human resource. They ended, but that is the bookish information. It is unnecessary thing. Elton Mayo initiated this HR perspective. That is one line is enough, but their entire story is presented in that paper. But that paper, mostly 2 pages, I think so. They have spent for 2 pages. Myself, I have given negative feedback. This theoretical content is irrelevant. Some other person also given same that kind of negative comment. Next one. Theoretical background. Theoretical background is important. As a result, we have to separate heading, theoretical framework and hypothesis development. In that way, we can coin heading, and we have to give. Suppose no need to write meaning, that should be relevant to our research work and relevant to our literature review. So most of the writing meaning, it means no need. Just you give one word, that is enough, and that should be linked with our literature review, and we have to give justification to our why we have chosen that particular variable. That kind of theoretical framework is needed. Other than that, no need to write meaning, advantage, disadvantage. That is not a theoretical framework. Next. Hypothesis development, it is also should be linked with our literature review. Next is conceptual model. Based on our literature review, we have to develop a model. Next, that model should be identify the relationship among the one variable and another variable. Don't use that previous study models. We have to, each and every paper, we have to develop our own model. You have to differentiate why this model. Suppose, go to previous slide. Survival model and term model, technical adoption model. A technical adoption model is it contains three variables. Suppose you can use that same three variables along with you have to incorporate two to three variables. You have to extend that model. That is innovation. Suppose you are adapting same model, your paper maybe make more chances for rejection because no innovation. Already that person is like you said that Tom model is developing daily. Already he has proven that model. Why we are again testing that model? It's unnecessary. Survival model, that is service quality models developed by Prashna. That is also more number of research works are conducted in the topic. Why again testing that model? That is unnecessary thing. So our paper more chance to accept in that particular journal. Go to next slide. Next one. Method. You have to specify sample. No need to specify descriptive method. That is unnecessary thing. Our people are expecting sampling, sample size. In what way we determine sample? These kind of informations are provided in our thesis. No need to sample related calculation in our paperwork. Simply, suppose we are classing 500 or 1000. No need to specifically given sample method, sampling method. Probability method, adapted, non-probability adapted. No need to specifically no need to specifically say because we cross the. Suppose we are going for large sample, no issue for sampling bias. So no need to specifically given that probability, either probability or non-probability. No need to give measures. Yeah, measures means variables, statements. We can take it that way. It is a we have to specifically given each and every statement taken from whom which study. We have to given. They are within bracket. We have to specifically given. That statement should be validated at the time of pilot study. We have to conduct some validation and some reliability check. That is highly needed. Next, don't use some generalized statements. As an author, we can incorporate some statements that is relevant to our research work, but you have to specifically given by author. You have to specifically should given. Next, demographies. Always we people are demography. These are presenting, but no need. If necessary, we can use. And don't do comparison with the demographic profile. That is also unnecessary. If it is needed, we can do comparison, made comparison with demographics. You are always suppose you are in demographics, you are given income, you should given in US dollars only. You have to convert it to US dollars. Next, don't use diagrams, pie chart, bar diagrams, no need. Because our system is we are presenting table, the same table is presented in diagram formatting. That is no need because journal people are expecting content only. They have to given space for other writers. They expect for 10 to 15 pages only. They give it to us. Next one. Analysis and research. We always our people are using ANOVA and these type of tools are using. Please avoid it. Next, you use apt tool. We are developing a model. For developing a model, you have to use some regression or other advanced statistical tools. So many sophisticated tools are there. So many softwares are there. Even SPSS. Instead of SPSS, we can use PSPP. SPSS is a paid version. PSPP is a free version, just 1 MB or 1.5 MB. Within a fraction of a second, we can download and we can get same features of SPSS. We can use AMAS for model developing. PLS, same for model development. Adango also one kind of software. So many softwares are there. Like so R, Python, these are there. But results are same. Our people are testing the test. Suppose we have used one tool for particular variable for proving that particular hypothesis. Don't use another tool. Why we are testing the same test? No need. Simply use one or two tools are enough. Multiple analysis for particular topic is unnecessary. Next, don't reproduce the results of SPSS or other softwares. You take important variables. Suppose you are taking ANOVA table, just you present F value and P value, that is enough. No need to present between groups, within groups, that is unnecessary thing. You simply present. Another one thing, don't change the values, because nowadays most of the journals are asking data set. We have to submit our data sheet, questionnaire, and original results. What we have extracted from that particular software, we have to upload. Editorial team and technical team checking our results. Suppose we did any manipulation, our paper more chance for rejection. Not only that, you can't send again that paper to particular group. Because suppose you are blacklisted in Sage, you can't send any paper again to Sage, because our papers are just like that IT field. Suppose we got a red card in one industry, we can't move elsewhere like that. So don't manipulate. Suppose we get negative results, no issue at all. You specify, in my research I get negative results, you can find an answer. Because we can say, suppose job satisfaction increases, job stress also increases. Why? We can find answer, we can again go to review and we can get answer. So don't don't change the results. Just what you have get from that particular software, simply present the same. Because most of them checking classification, because instantly some persons are saying at every, because we are presenting all the full SBSS output, so they can easily manually checking, and they are telling this result is fake. Next, avoid lengthy nature of analysis. Don't present 10 to 15 tables in a paper, just 2 to 3 tables more enough. So only you present everything concisely in one table, because journalists are business. Because suppose they have provided 20 to 30 pages for you, they can accommodate other paper. Next. Suppose you want to present any additional details, you can present in supplementary details. If one column is there, you can present our questionnaire and other relevant statistical information you can given in that supplementary detail column. No need to present our paper itself. Next slide. Discussion. It is a very important session, very important section in our paper. Our results are how deviated from existing studies or match with our earlier studies. Our views can be expressed in that part. In discussion part, conclusion. Generally, we are copying some other paper. Don't copy and paste in conclusion part. You have to write our own results. You can write our own suggestions. Most of managerial implication and these aspects also can be incorporated in our paper structure, depends upon journal needs. Next, don't repeat what we have already given in the main text. What we have already given in the discussion part and result part, don't repeat it. We have to give some new information. It may be some suggestion, recommendation based on our findings. Next slide. Language, we always present tense for facts and hypotheses. You use present for present, hypothesis, and facts means a theoretical background. Next, use past tense for experiments, result area. The data was amassed, or that the data was gathered, questionnaire was used. In material and result area, you have to use past tense. Next, while writing research, again you have to use past tense. But some papers are using present tense in whole paper. That is entirely different. So only again I repeatedly saying, you have to read minimum 10 to 15 paper in the 15 papers from particular journal before to start writing. Next, acknowledgements. It is a main thing. Acknowledgement limitation is must. You have to give an end of the paper just you know well that acknowledgement page. Suppose you got some financial assistance, you have to specifically given this work is uh, done based on the financial assistance given by ACS or UGC. You have to give specifically. Next, next slide. Please. Okay. Next. These are references, it's a must. Each and every journal having certain reference system. APA style, MLA style, they have their own system. These are some referencing softwares. Zotarian Mendeley is a familiar one. Young Noun reference one, these are famous one. But Mendeley, it's a free. Mendeley, Zotari, everything is free. Next one. I'm using one more website. Site for me, SCITE, site for me, site for me, that's the website. Simply copy DOI number and you change the style in APA or MLA. Next, you will get that particular style of referencing system. In what way you put in within text and reference part, everything is simply generated by using that site for me site. Next, cover letter, it is a very important part. So finally, you have to sending a paper to journal. You have to write detailed cover letter that should reflect your views about your paper. Why you have chosen that particular topic? Why you have chosen that particular journal? You have to give justification. Don't write entire manuscript. Just you highlight the highlights of your paper, 2 to 3 lines. That is more enough. Next. Next slide. Types of journal article. Original research. Based on, we do research based on collecting data. That is the common original research category. Next is short reports or letters. Review article. Mostly in clinical research, review papers are highly validated. But our social science, we are not rigorously involved in writing review-related papers. Minimum, we have to collect 100 to 150 papers. That is more enough. We can write one review paper. Accordingly, we can give some direction for future research. Next, case studies. Next, introducing methods and methodologies. This kind of research are also not suitable to us. Social science people are not doing these kind of researches. Next, publication type. Journal type. Journal with subscription. Journal with subscription, which means no need to pay APC charges. Article processing charges. No need to pay single paise for publishing our paper. Next, hybrid journals. Subscription plus open access. We can choose our own convenient mode, either subscription or open access. Next, transformative journal. These journals also offering both modes. With the transformative implied that journals are going for open access only. Next, journals with golden open access, which means they accept only open access paper. We have to pay APC charges. Next. Not only that, we can get help from foreign professors. You go to research, you open an account in ResearchGate. Just like that, our Facebook, you can interact with more number of people because most of the foreign universities having more fund for researchers. Because you approach Bahrain University people, Kingdom University people, they are ready to sponsor for us. Suppose I saw one journal, Saudi Arabian Journal of Agriculture. Suppose we are sending a paper to that particular journal, that Saudi Arabian University taking care of our APC, no need to pay. Only one thing, we have to submit our own quality research paper, that is enough. As a teacher, as a scholar, we have to publish minimum 2 papers in a year. Because suppose you are depositing one paper every year, you can't get benefits immediately. It will take minimum couple of years for getting quality publication. Only one thing, There is no way to get experience except through experience. Thinking it is a quote by Ratan Tata. Think big, think fast, think tell. Ideas are no one's monopoly. As a researcher, we can do. The research is meant for not for English-speaking country people. In India, our people are also rocking. We are doing enormous research works in that so many emerging areas. So we can do better, but only one thing we have to spend more time. Okay? As a teacher, we are preparing. We have spent time for preparation, but we never spend time for preparing article or research work. After completion of PhD, that is research is over. But don't just you spend weekly or 2 hours or 3 hours. That is more enough. We can do something. Most of them ready to become a ghost runner. So many, I have so many friends are there, all of them telling, are you writing paper? Yes, sir. Please include my name. There are, that people are called ghost authors. Suppose without doing any work, getting authorship is called as ghost author. Never encourage. Even my guide, never include guide name. Never include my guide name. Suppose a guide put correction in my paper, I allow him to include my name. From the beginning onwards, I'm doing that. Sir, you have corrected, you didn't correct any paper, so I want to include name. Simply openly said to my guide. There's nothing wrong. Because that is because our work. We are having certain quality, we are spending more time. So I want to get recognition myself. No need to get recognition and appreciation from externally. I want to get myself. Suppose I am solely publishing on paper with my own effort. That is a great motivation to me. So only I am doing publication. So suppose somebody I want to please include my working. You take some other parts. You take analysis part or review part. I will include my name. Okay, thank you. Giving this in this occasion, I thank you, management and principal for giving this nice opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable information. Vote of thanks. Now I like the voice of Mrs. M. Swati ma'am to deliver vote of thanks.
Good morning to Monica gathered here on this wonderful morning. I would like to present a vote of thanks. We take this golden opportunity to thank the respected chief guest of this today's function, Dr. M. Vasan, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, National College, Autonomous, Trichinopoli. For attending this function in this busy schedule, we will cultivate the advice you gave as to publish quality research papers. Thank you, sir. I extend my gratitude to the most respected Secretary Correspondent, Mr. M.G. Selavaram, sir, and respected Principal, Dr. S. Unitya, ma'am, and respected Vice Principal, Dr. K.C. Lalita, ma'am, and respected Vice Principal, Dr. Asif sir, and Head of the Department, Mr. C. Kandasamy, sir, not only for spending this time with us today, but also for encouraging achieving many endeavors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It is my pleasure to thank the dignitaries and our management members, professors, HODs, and various college professors, non-teaching staff, or and off the stage, not only for participating, but also for guiding us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, my dear students.